Spring break travelers are facing chaos as unpaid TSA officers call out. We will take a look at how this could affect your flights. No drug or alcohol tests, unanswered questions. Dallas officers face scrutiny as a wrongful death lawsuit moves forward. Music, fun, and the Mavericks. We have special guests joining us in studio to convince you that this weekend's event is one you absolutely cannot miss. And it is spring break, and the partial government shutdown is still affecting your travel times. Taking a look at your screen now, you can see a live look at the wait times for TSA at DFW. You can look there. You see, I think we've got one gate there with one of those longer rates indicated by those red dots there on your screen, but some other gates that are moving smoothly there. Looking at Dallas Love Field now, it's also showing some pretty smooth times, and it could be worse, about 29 minutes there. But it is a different story at other airports. The Transportation Security Administration is warning some small airports could be forced to close because of staffing shortages if this shutdown continues. Thousands of TSA officers working without pay are calling out sick, including more than 30% in New Orleans, Atlanta, Houston, and New York. Karen Kaifa breaks down your options.
Spring break volume collides with a congressional impasse, with airline passengers stalled in the middle.
Even if you're going to an airport that hasn't had issues with these staffing shortages, you just don't know when it can happen.
TSA officers have worked without pay since February 14th, when Department of Homeland Security funding lapsed amid a stalemate over federal immigration reform. TSA officials say callouts and resignations are mounting.
Our TSA officers, as long as they don't get paid, they're going to continue to call out. They can't afford to come in. And they're going to quit altogether. And that's a serious concern.
The Department of Transportation says passengers are entitled to refunds only for a canceled flight, a schedule change, or a significant delay, or on a fully refundable ticket that isn't used, not a TSA backup. But Meghna Maharishi, airline reporter at travel news site Skift, recommends travelers stay in close touch with their airline. Some are offering more rebooking flexibility.
That is a circumstance that is also outside of your control, and it is outside of the airline's control too.
Off-peak travel may also ease wait times.
I definitely say either early morning or very late at night. Those are probably going to be the two best times, just because there probably won't be as many flights taking off, and there probably won't be as many passengers on those flights. So you probably won't be dealing with very long security lines.
Passengers can also consider TSA pre-check for future travel. Maharishi says some travel credit cards will reimburse consumers for the cost. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
The partial government shutdown impacting TSA is one of the toughest questions that Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin faced during his confirmation hearing today. President Trump nominated him to lead the Department of Homeland Security, replacing Kristi Noem. Lawmakers also pressed him on immigration enforcement. Mullin says he'll follow the president's policies if confirmed. Well, Stacia, we've talked about delays in the skies getting to airports. What about the roads? We know that it's spring break. People are outside.
Taking advantage of this, finally, nicer weather. It's still a little windy out there. You know, it's interesting, Morgan, because typically around spring break, you see traffic kind of slow down. But this week, we have just had problem after problem. And right now, unfortunately, I have more to let you know about. If you're getting ready to head out right now, this is a backup we're watching along I-35E northbound. This is in Louisville. The accident happened in Lake Dallas and is affecting folks that just have crossed over the Lake Louisville Bridge. So we're looking at Hunley-Tuberville is that location, again, affecting the northbound side of the interstate there. I can show you this on your map, including the big stretch of red. That's the backup. You can see it extends pretty far. This is in Denton County, and that backup, again, goes all the way to Louisville since traffic is just down to one lane. We're also watching a problem along the Dallas North Tollway. You only have one lane open. This is in Addison. D&T northbound at Beltline Road, another accident there really slowing things down. And one more to let you know about, we're watching a problem. This is along I-20. I-20 westbound right there at Spur 408, very busy intersection. You can see that traffic is slow moving. It's been moved over to the shoulder, but that is still causing a backup in that area along 20 westbound. Morgan?
All right, Stacia, thank you. Today's civil rights leader, Dolores Huerta, is accusing Cesar Chavez of sexual abuse in the 1960s. Her statement follows a New York Times investigation alleging Chavez also abused two minors. In her statement, Huerta shared that she experienced sexual abuse multiple times in the 1960s, saying she stayed silent for decades, worried about damaging the farm worker movement that she helped build alongside Chavez. But now, with other women coming forward, she says she is sharing her story story as a survivor, while stressing Chavez's actions do not represent the movement's values. The League of United Latin American Citizens, the nation's oldest and largest Latino civil rights organization, released a statement this afternoon. LULAC says no one, no matter their legacy, is above accountability, and it stands with victims while continuing to support farm workers nationwide. Cesar Chavez Day is this month, and United Farm Workers has canceled planned events and celebrations in San Antonio and Corpus Christi. Those events have also been called off. And we are currently checking with more local organizations here in North Texas with planned celebrations. We will, of course, bring you the latest on those when we get that information. A judge in Dallas County agreed to appoint a receiver to oversee foster care management in 9 North Texas counties, including Dallas, Collin, and Rockwall counties. The Texas Department of Family and Protective Services filed this request on Monday, claiming Empower, the third-party group it hired to run foster care in the region, was putting children in imminent danger. Today's court order puts a man named George Kanata in charge for at least the next 90 days. He currently works in leadership in DFPS and has nearly 30 years of experience. We will have more on this on WFAA News at 6 and 10. Well, a lot of changes are happening for Fort Worth ISD as leadership is being switched out under the Texas Education Agency's control. Dia Wall helps break this down for us.
We know Fort Worth ISD will get a new superintendent. Soon, we will also learn who the Board of Managers will be. You may be wondering, what is a Board of Managers? Allow me to explain. The Texas Education Agency defines a Board of Managers as, quote, a leadership team appointed by TEA to support a district through a time of change. They take over the responsibilities of the elected Board of Trustees and work closely with the appointed superintendent to strengthen academics, operations, and governance, end quote. They're expected to set policy, evaluate the superintendent, approve the budget, and monitor performance for the district. Applications for people in the Fort Worth community who are interested in serving have already been submitted and are under review. After that, the TEA checks references, does governance training, then moves to interviews before a background check, and finally, appointment. The Board of Managers will replace the elected board, working with the new superintendent and conservator over Fort Worth ISD. They will get to work immediately ahead of the 2026-2027 school year.
Well, Dallas Trinity FC is helping some dogs in North Texas find loving homes. Several players visited the Dallas SPCA shelter Monday afternoon, spending time with the adoptable dogs there. This came ahead of the team's Pups at the Pitch match, which is tonight. The team will take on Lexington FC at the Cotton Bowl, and the SPCA van will be outside for anyone with questions about pet adoption. And WFAA has partnered with Dallas Trinity FC to air their games on WFAA Plus, so you can stream the game starting at 7:30 p.m. tonight.